It's on all of the blogs. It's top of the news in women's basketball other than the tournament. And it is Kim Mulkey's press conference saying that she will come for you if you come for her. Y'all seen it by now. Everybody's seen it that the Washington Post is dropping a what sounds like an expose, if you will, on Kim Mulkey's career over the last 40 years in women's college basketball, and specifically, I believe, with regards to her time at Baylor University in Waco, Texas. You may have seen Kim Mulkey's press conference where she said, if you slander her, if you libel her, if you come for her, she has the resources and the bank account to come right back. She's going to clap back if you come for her. And this is the questions I've gotten. I've actually had some news outlets reach out to me to ask me to speak with them, visit with them about what I think about the Kim Mulkey statement. And I hit them back and said, listen, anybody can write whatever they want to write about people. And unfortunately, this is what I said specifically to one reporter of a national newspaper. I said, unfortunately or fortunately, figure it out. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. But we live in a time right now where, number one, people say what they want to say. People write what they want to write. People broadcast what they want to broadcast. But also, people don't value the truth as much as they used to, because they know things can be coming from 20 different sides. People know now. You read something online, you think it's actual factual, and it's not. Somebody says something online, everybody takes off with that with no proof whatsoever. So honestly, I don't really think it's going to have that much impact. And to me, that's a plus and a minus. We live in a time right now where people don't care about the truth as much. Evidenced by recent presidential elections. We live in a time right now where the morals and principles and values that guided those of us who grew up in the 60s and 70s and, probably before then, those things don't exist anymore for the majority. We are in the minority now. We are people who are like, I still want to know the truth. I still believe that you should be respectful. I still believe that you should own your shit. All of that. That matters to me. That has always mattered to me. That's never going to change for me. But I don't think we live as a whole in that society anymore. We live in a opinionated, whether it's right or wrong, whether it hurts anybody or not. We live in a sign up for multiple aliases and pop in on social media to try to troll people. I mean, if you're such a badass, put your real name on it when you're posting and commenting on all this stuff. Yeah, most people won't do that. So we live in a different world. And so whatever is about to be written about Kim Mulkey, apparently, based on the fact that she issued a press conference and a press release about it, obviously, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty gnarly. And there's nothing she's going to be able to do to stop that. And it used to be, y'all, some of y'all are old enough to remember, like, you had to check 24 people and then have a press conference with God before you released anything in these media outlets. That's not the case anymore. Anybody with fingers and a laptop can have an opinion and have a media outlet. That's where we are. You ain't got to check nothing with nobody. Most people don't. So whatever is about to be released about Kim Mulkey must be gnarly, must be nasty, because those of us who've been around this game forever, we've never seen Kim Mulkey issue a press conference and a press release like this. We've never seen that. She's clapped back. She's definitely done the clap back. She's definitely going to say whatever she has to say. She's definitely going to come off the dome a lot, whether it's good or bad. But we've never seen her do this. So we know it's nasty. And again, some of us fall on one side of this and some of us fall on the other side. Some people are going to be like, whatever. And some people are going to be like, I told you she was this. I knew she was, right? And we still may not know the truth. We still may not know the truth, even when the Washington Post prints it, even when people allegedly go on the record, even when people allegedly speak off the record. We still may not know the truth. But I will tell you this, given what I know about some folks in the coaching profession, y'all better hope nobody ever tries to do an expose on you. You better hope nobody tries to do an expose on you. That's what I think the big lesson is here. It's for people who are not as high profile as Kim Mulkey, who are doing dirty things, who have done dirty things, who have been nasty and gnarly as coaches. Y'all better look out. That's what I have to say. That's what I have to say about that. Kim Mulkey might be the poster child for putting her foot in her mouth sometimes. She might be the poster child for what you believe is right about our sport and for what some of y'all believe is wrong about our sport. I'm not here to get into a debate about what you think about Kim Mulkey. But I do see this as a point of inflection for all of us. I do see it specifically for coaches who have hidden behind their terrible deeds and bad leadership for years. Your day might be coming. Your day might be coming. I don't wish it on anybody. I just think it's a moment for everybody to go, if this is happening to Kim Mulkey, maybe I need to clean up my act and get it together. Maybe I need to go and check on the skeletons in my closet if I have any. Because this thing is coming out. There's nothing Kim Mulkey is going to be able to do to stop this from coming out. Period. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of influence. This is coming out because it is a force. That's why it's coming out. It is a force. There is a force that wants to unravel, unhinge Kim Mulkey. I don't know where the force came from. I don't know who started it. Maybe Kim brought it on herself by being an outspoken, confident woman. That's what happens sometimes when you're an outspoken, confident woman. And of course, as I said earlier, you put your foot in your mouth sometimes. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it 100 at all times. Much to some folks' chagrin. I'm going to tell you the truth at all times. Yes, I don't know why people are coming for Kim Mulkey, but they are. And whatever she's gotten wind of has led her to mount her own campaign to let the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post and USA Today and whoever else is thinking about picking up her story. She's letting them know, I have the means, I got the coin to come for you. But here's the thing, y'all. I'm not an attorney, nor do I play one on the internet. Here's the thing. People can say what they want to say. Who you going to sue? You're going to sue the people who didn't speak on the record? You're going to sue the Washington Post for practicing journalism? I mean, people have always written terrible things about people. I'm going to go back to this one more time. Fortunately or unfortunately, we live in a time where people do not value the truth as much as they used to. Fortunately or unfortunately, we live in a time where a news story like this went 20 years ago, 30 years ago, would languish forever. It would be out there. People would go into hiding. They would not show their faces. We wouldn't see them for years because it just hung out there. There weren't millions of news outlets. There were 3 television stations, 4 when Fox came in, 10 newspapers. I mean, there was no cable television, no internet blogs, no. So if you made the Wall Street Journal or the Washington Post or USA Today or New York Times, people were talking about you forever. Big cloud over you forever. We have so many news outlets right now. Y'all will talk about this because some of y'all are obsessed with Kim Mulkey. But some people will talk about this forever. Won't let it go. But most of us will be like, it'll be a blip on the radar. And again, I say, fortunately or unfortunately, we are living in a time where we have so much, we're inundated with so much news, entertainment, gossip, that I'm not sure this thing is going to have the impact that the Washington Post thinks is going to have. If you're just trying to blemish a coach's name, okay. I mean, what else? Again, it's got to be nasty and gnarly because there's already been a lot written and said about Kim Mulkey. Anyway, what's your thought? What's your thought on specifically this pending drop from the Washington Post about Kim Mulkey? And what impact do you think it will have on her professionally at LSU? I mean, we pretty much figured out this is probably going to be her last stop for coaching anyway. She's back home, right? Do you think it's going to have a great impact? Do you think it'll be, whatever it is, so inflammatory that it's going to mean that she's going to be fired? That she's going to, I mean, what do you think the impact is going to be? A little embarrassment? We're already talking about her. She's already one of the most searched women's basketball coaches online. I mean, are we just going to add more to that? Are we going to make Kim Mulkey more famous than she already is? Some of y'all won't like that. Some of y'all will love that. Yeah, give me your thoughts. What do you think the impact will be of this impending drop by the Washington Post? And we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.